My bad. My bad, y'all. So when I talked to her, she told me that the reason she remarried him, her whole purpose in remarrying him, was that my stepdad is a veteran and he served over 20 years in the military. And because of his service in the military, he was offered like a $750,000 grant for a home, a bill of some sort that he qualified under. And she didn't want to rent anymore. She wanted to be a homeowner. And that was a way for her to get her home. Y'all still can't hear me? Y'all still can't hear me? Okay. She told me that the purpose of remarrying him was because in order for her to have her name on her home, she and him would have to get remarried. And then that way she could use $1.2 million house that she's now living in. And I told her that she will be now living in it alone as far as me and my children are concerned. That I was done with her. And I have been ever since. So for me, I'm not chasing a relationship with a damaged person. It took me so long to not be a damaged person that I've learned that that's something that she got to work out for herself. And so the last time I spoke with her, I told her that he's in prison, but she didn't help with that at all. She didn't want to testify. She didn't want anything. My grandparents came and told they did a testimony with the state attorney's office, and they told the truth about what happened in that church that day where he admitted to what he had done to me. But my mama didn't. And I told her, this is actually sometime last year, probably right after Mother's Day. And I told her that, she definitely owes me a conversation, an explanation. And as long as she is still Mrs. Melvin, Dr. Melvin, as a matter of fact, my mama is a doctor. As long as she is still Dr. Melvin, my children will never know her. She raised my son, so I guess he knows who she is, but he doesn't have contact. And my daughter has no idea that she even exists in this world. Because like I said, I was pregnant when I found out that they got remarried. So I don't know what Kiana's purpose is in trying to tell lies about my story. I have no idea. But that is it in its entirety. I don't know where jealousy of a grown-ass woman whose husband was sleeping with her 6-year-old child comes in. I don't know where approval to remarry my abuser comes in. None of that ever happened. I'm not sure why she's so obsessed with my story. I'm not. I think, 8 out of 10 women share a story, I'm sure, very much like mine. So there isn't anything just so exciting there that is a necessity for her to be spreading panel to panel. But there it is. I'm no longer ashamed. I don't live in shame for what this grown-ass man did to me. And I'm not defined by what I went through as a child. Not anymore. I think I used to be. I think I used to be quite angry. But I'm not angry anymore. I'm not. I've actually forgiven my stepdad for what he did. I think I had to in order to be able to move on. I've even thought about someday looking him in his face and telling him that. And I just haven't gotten around to it, the honest truth. But I'm not controlled by it any longer. I'm not. I remember a time where I used to boo-hoo cry telling my story. But I'm not where I used to be. And I have God to thank for that. And God sending me Papa, so God again to thank for that. I think, honestly, I've been over what he did, but what I had to finally get over was my mama and how she didn't think that it was important to like protect me. And I think I do a damn good job. Protecting, know what that feels like, you know? So I make sure that the two that I pushed out, who is my job to protect, know that I will legit flat line about them. Know it. Shit go on at school, and Ashton to tell a teacher real quick, do not make me call my mama. If I get my mama on this phone, y'all are gonna be very upset that I had to call this lady. Like, crazy about my two. And so I think that's really all I can do as a mom, as a daughter, as a sister, as a friend, is focus on making sure that I am healing every day, pouring into my children and not let them become a product of what the fuck I went through every day. You know, that's how I think I have taken kind of what happened and made it in, lemons into lemonade, for lack of better words, I guess. But what I am not okay with is I haven't until now told y'all, really what went down. And so Kiana coming on here and spreading rhetoric that just isn't true, and I've never even had an opportunity to speak with y'all about it, is what's not okay with me. So I just wanted to be clear about me, and who I am and what created who I am. So yeah, there's that. So I hope y'all enjoyed my TED Talk. That's about it.